Blog Talk Radio.
The Love Radio Network's family is here for you, touching every community worldwide. And you can count on us to be right here with you every step of the way during this crisis. As we remain committed to you, to uplift you and inspire you, because our community is stronger together. Today, tomorrow, always. LoveRadioNetwork.com.
Nothing hold you back. Yes.
It is hump day. Hello, everybody, and happy Wednesday to you and yours. Welcome to all our friends and family and guests to a single woman's new show, Couch Chronicles, coming to you live on the Love Radio Network. I am your worldwide radio host personality, Symone Hurt, thanking you for tuning in to share your time with me tonight. It is a great day to be empowered, everybody, and to enjoy your journey right from your own homes and from the couch. Go on, get a glass of whatever you like. Sit yourself down. Enjoy the nuances of a woman and man's perspective on life, love, friends, dating, generational issues, some of them curses, plus every topic in between. Now, don't forget to call all your friends and family to come on in and join us by either logging on to the internet at loveradionetwork.com, it's all together, and press the live button. Come on in and sit back for a wonderful and sometimes very grown show. Remember, you can connect with me on Facebook and Instagram at Symone, Symone, Hurt, H-U-E. Today's show was inspired by a friend of mine during a conversation that we had pertaining to being in control of ourselves. But not just in control of ourselves, but actually and specifically our overall nutrition. I've been through a lot. With that said, I began to ponder on my overall health, which some of you know if you've been listening that I do suffer from chronic pain, rheumatoid arthritis, and thyroiditis since having my left thyroid removed. So other than being in the early 50s and going through hot flashes, a sister got a whole lot going on. And I really would like to just rein it all in and actually be in control and understand who and what I am, where I come from, and all of the whatnot. Now, I've been wondering if I'm taking supplements, am I taking the right ones? A lot of times I've been taking the wrong ones, and I've gone back to my doctor, and he's telling me that, what you've been taking, you're taking too high of dosage, that's too toxic for your body, it's causing other issues and problems. And trust and believe me, Lord God, I don't need any more problems than what I got. I'm working with what I got, and I'm blessed and happy, but let's not add anything else to the pot. So now I'm truly on a mission for the right nutrition. So if you're all with me, just hang in there for just a few more minutes. Somewhere in my early 50s, I had a paradigm shift of consciousness that elevated my interest to truly understand how I was going to control my need to be just a better me. I just wanted to be better. There's nothing more, you can't bring any more peace to yourself than to know you. One thing to know God, that's an absolute must, and it is a fabulous relationship if you can have it, but something that's almost quite as good is knowing you. I'm just trying to tell you. Now, if I can understand what's going on with me and actually control my need to know me better, what greater thing is that? So with so many demands for things like being GMO, modified, vegan, gluten-free,
honey, I may be originally from Ohio, living in Baltimore, but let me tell you, I got a southern appetite. I'm eating any and everything. Now I'm learning to modify that because when you get a little older, you got to check yourself. So I do understand that. But I don't understand all of this vegan, gluten free. Look, y'all can keep that. I just want to be healthy, and I want to know exactly and specifically my direct nutrition just for my body, not just for you, not for just everybody, not for the 40 crew, not for the 50 crew. I want to know specifically for me. God has put a specific person in my path for me to be able to get there. Now, improving my health is a must, and I hope that it is for you. I hope this journey can speak something into your life. Here to introduce herself to you, as well as being a success coach for a formidable company called Uforia, I present to you the Mrs. Brenda Graham.
Hi there. Good evening, everybody. Symone,
Yes.
that music really in the mood.
Oh, don't it, girl? That is my life right there. That's what I'm talking about. That introduces me so well, so well. Well, Miss Brenda, I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for participating. It's a great pleasure, and I'm always up for getting to know a new entrepreneur, what they're about, how it's done, because I'm trying to tell you, there are people out there that we need to inspire. Just going to a job, working 40 hours a week is just not enough. You're not really sparking everything that God gave you. The universe even got stuff in you ain't even tapped into yet, and I'm just trying to spark some of them people, and I'm quite sure that you'll be able to do that today.
I certainly hope so. Because, in this world, our only goal, or mine is anyway, is just to be well. And that's what we want for our family and friends, too. We want them to be healthy and totally well. So That's the mission.
I agree. That's what we're talking about, mission nutrition today. So I just want to start off by letting you get the shine in the spotlight. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your business, and why in the world did you get into this business?
Oh, gee, it's not even complicated. I am a Maryland-born, raised and bred girl from the Upper Eastern Shore of Maryland. And if you're from this area, you know that there are health disparities just based on our zip codes, where we're from, and what we look at, who we look at, and who looks at us, and how how we're thought of. So living in that environment, the greatest fear in the small little town I'm from was, oh, please don't end up being transported downtown to, or even to Philadelphia or anywhere, because you never thought of people returning. And that was only because by the time we decided to see a doctor, it was so very late. But it was associated with poor medical practice. And some of it was, but a lot of it wasn't, because we didn't take charge of our own health.
Right. That is correct. That's right. And that's why you're here today, and we're talking about this because, like I said, I had this little epiphany, this little paradigm change and shift, especially when I got to my 50s and got over some hot flashes. I realized that, you know what, I know myself now, but I really want to hone into what it is that I can do to control me. I'm not for everybody controlling me anymore. No doctors on this. I need a platform to get started on. And that's when I met you, I realized that you provide an opportunic platform for people to either know the truth or you can ignore the truth about you.
That's right. That's correct. So I've been in the health field industry for over 40 years. Did a lot of nursing around the country, and I started at Hopkins. But through that time, there were still things that happened to me, even as a nurse, that weren't addressed appropriately or like somebody else. So
that's true.
What I did know and have the experience to do now and to share with you is to ask you and your viewers, if you could look inside your DNA, would you? And if
Yes.
you could do that and optimize your health at the same time, would you?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so great. So we
That's
look
like
at
going.
this
That's
company.
like going in the doctors and saying, "I'm gonna have a baby," and I don't produce a baby. Of course I
That's
would. I want to
exact-
know everything that I possibly can to control me, to understand me, and be able to take the reins back from other people. I don't have any shame or anything against doctors, but sometimes it's best to know yourself so that you can have the better conversation with your doctor.
Yes, yes, and this is a lot of information. This program comes with a 37-page report that talks about your actual genes that can be optimized through supplementation. You can take that report to your physician, and you can show him which of your genes have SNPs.
Yes.
And each of those genes are associated with some health disparities. And
Yes.
there are a lot of health problems that we have in our heritage, in our history, that this product addresses.
Mm-hmm.
So we like to call it like a Swiss Army knife. We
Mm-hmm.
look at how your heart health is. We look at your body's ability to detoxify. We look at your immune system, which everybody is really hot on now,
That's
because you
a
really
hot
need to know
topic
what
right
genetically
now.
how you're
Yes.
situated.
Mm-hmm.
Healthy blood pressure, those numbers.
Yeah.
Energy, your energy levels, we address and adjust that. And these panels are just designated specifically on your outcomes based on your laboratory test.
Yeah. Now, here's one of the things that really got me. This is where the hook came from me. Is not only do I get to now look and see, because I got to go online and actually look at a sample report, and it was phenomenal. I need to know that. I need to know what genetic issues are actually positives. There's a positive and there's a negative to every side. From either my one parent, either my mother's side of the family, or from my dad's side, or from both parents. And there are some that you get that are neither parents, that you have on your own, that aren't even predisposed to just your immediate parents. That was phenomenal to me to actually look at, because I never thought about that. I always thought my makeup was 50-50, my parents, and that was my mother and my dad. I never realized that there was a percentage in there that was just designated for just me, my makeup, the me.
Right.
And that was phenomenal to actually look at and to review and go, okay, I can't, it's like added, you can't blame other people for everything. Some of it is you. And on that report,
and we don't want to get this, we don't want people to think that this is ancestry based. It is not.
Right.
So we don't go into who your mama was, who your daddy was. We don't do any of that. This is strictly genes.
Yes.
So, whether I've been overweight all my life. So now I know why, because that's covered in the assessment too. I have a family history of people having emotional problems and anxiety. That's evaluated. And what about your vitamin D and and the inflammatory process? You said you had issues with arthritis.
Yes.
Those things are addressed too, and lipid support. So when I got my report, I had 4 major SNPs that had issues.
Well, can you share a couple of those with us?
I'm sorry?
Can you share a couple of those with us if it's not too personal?
Oh, sure. I have no problem, because many people that look like you and me have these SNPs. So my healthy blood pressure gene, both my mother and my father gave me that. So that has to be addressed heavily in the product when I get it.
Okay.
My B12, that's the FUT2.
Yes.
My IL-6, which is my healthy immune system, it has to be heavily fortified. And my lipid oxidative level, that support. And those are all based on the SNPs that both my parents gave me. So those are red.
Okay.
My yellow ones are, which only one of my parents, and it doesn't say which one, it just says one parent gave you a gene that has a SNP. The CRP is for healthy and inflammatory response, and my homocysteine level, which is for healthy heart activity and actions, and one more free radical defense, the SOD2, which is associated, we know, with many diseases and most specifically different cancers. So that one's yellow, and the rest are green. So out of 18 SNPs, I almost have half, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 that need addressing.
Right.
And so the actual test, which is done by a mouth swab, actually addresses each one of those things, plus a base product that called AC11 that actually lengthens your telomeres, which is your really heavy into anti-aging and wellness piece.
Okay. All righty. Now, tell us what comes in the kit. Tell us what to expect if you wanted to order that.
If you wanted to order it, you pay a base. Right now, we have a special going on that's $159, and that includes some samples of the product, enough for about 10 days.
Okay.
It also includes your vials, your test vials for you to do your swab of the inside of your mucous membrane of your mouth.
Right.
And a first-class envelope to send your specimen to the lab, and a discount coupon of $100 off the actual test that the lab does. It's $199, and there's a coupon for $99 off in your box.
That's fabulous. That's good. And let me tell you why that's so important, because at first when I saw it online, I said, $159, I don't know about all that. But when I sat down and really thought about it in my thought process, I said, how can I actually understand my health without knowing my DNA? And then I said to myself, how much do I spend quarterly on extra supplements and vitamins to try to maintain a health that I don't even know how to support? And when I sat down and figured it all out, I was like, okay, well, this ain't that daggone bad, because in 6 months, I done spent almost $80 in just supplements trying to get myself where I think I need for the Bs and the 12s and whatever, the energy, and trying to do the Cs for the immune system and the Ds for some, because I don't get enough sun, and I'm doing all these things, and I'm doing it, which is my point, not even knowing what part of my DNA really needs to be supplemented. So here we are, a bunch of people out here taking a lot of supplements, being put, in a group of people who take pretty much the same supplements, and we don't even know if that's really what we want. I have had that experience of having some toxicity from taking certain vitamins and taking too much of it. I really have. So I know the underlying parts that's terrible. Yes.
Yep, and that's a common problem we have in the U.S. And even I'm a medical person. When I found this company, I had a foot tub full of supplements, and I was spending probably $600 a month in supplements every month because I had chronic pain, a carpal tunnel, dizziness. I couldn't stand up. I was dropping forks and knives. My grip was deteriorating. My knees killed me. I had back pain, and they wanted to do surgery on my cervical and lumbar. They told me I needed a total knee 30 years ago. I mean, life was good, but physically it wasn't so good because there was never a time I wasn't in pain. And
I can relate to that.
Yeah, but it's so good now to just get up and say, thank you, Jesus. I don't have any pain in the morning. And it's my you know how you get into old habits where you lean over or you favor a knee or a leg just because you've had pain so long. I have to correct that because I don't have it. I can stand up straight. I don't have to carry my cane anymore. I bought new dishes because I'm not dropping dishes anymore. And this product is great that you see gain every month. You see more gain because it's progressive. You didn't get into that situation overnight, and it's not corrected overnight.
Overnight. Amen. I understand. But, sister, you better than me. I done went to paper plates, so I ain't got time. For me. I got tired of buying dishes. I got tired of buying dishes and glasses on plastic and paper, whatever. It's all good. But let me tell you this. Tell me a little bit about one of the parts that intrigued me was the certification of this program.
Well, the program is actually approved by HIPAA, by CLIA, and CAP. And all that really means is that your information is safe, it's never shared with anybody, and it meets all standards, just like a regular pharmaceutical house that formulates a supplement or a drug for somebody. This company meets those standards. Okay. And we have a machine called the Nutritionator that actually mixes your supplement down to the milligram for you. There are almost 400 million different computations that can be had just based on these 18 genes that we look at. So it's really fascinating.
And one of the greatest part about that, please don't forget that all the ingredients are plant-based because I looked it up. I'm just saying. I looked it up to make sure. I'm taking enough supplements and enough stuff that can hurt me. I need to make sure this is a plant-based, and it was everything 100% plant-based. So, y'all, yes, it is very good for you. I hope that you are tuning in and listening and getting all the information you can and invest in yourself. Literally, just sit down and think about all the medicines, add the medicines and the supplements up that you do in a 6-month period, and you'll be a little closer to that amount for this project, than you think you are. And so, at some point in time, you got to say, hey, do I think I want to know or do I really want to know? And this is called really wanting to know.
The company sends you a sheet when your product is formulated that actually tells you how much you would spend if you could go and purchase every item in your supplement. My supplement has 82 different ingredients, and if I were to go to a store and purchase it, it would be, I think it's like $860.
Ooh,
that's what I would spend.
Okay, well, $159 sounds way better than $800. That's all I can say.
I tell you, and I am saving money, believe it or not, by taking this product because I no longer have to carry all and go to the drugstore every month to replenish those bottles of everything I thought I needed. Now I know my body is responding to that.
That is absolutely awesome. Now, quickly, just tell me, what type of customers do you currently have? What type of people are really trying to get to know themselves, like myself?
Well, you know what? You sell to who you are and who you know frequently. So chronic pain, people who have elevated blood pressure. I'm no longer taking my blood pressure medicine. And diabetes. Those are my prime customers right now. Okay. Oh, and skin problems. I have eczema too, which now I have never been clear of eczema in 50, 60 years, and I don't have any spots right now.
That is good, and I looked into that because my mother actually suffers from eczema, and that would be a great thing for her to do. So we have made this as being our little project that we're going to do together to get to know each other. Because, look, people, if you don't invest in yourself, nobody else is going to. The key to everything is knowledge. And when I say get to know yourself, there's no greater way of getting to know yourself than your DNA. Okay? And you don't need to fix things that aren't broken. But you need to know what is broken so that you can appropriately fix it. And some of those things, trust and believe me, some of those things that you're trying to fix may cost you a whole lot of money to just actually fix it when you have a resource here to be able to go and get a nice report. It'll tell you and explain to you what is good and what is bad, and here's how we're going to fix the bad. And it's so much cheaper than actually going into a drugstore and buying all the different various and, things that you need in vitamins and supplements, because I know I pay a good penny because of my pain trying to get out of pain. So if I can just really fix those things that needed to be fixed, that's the whole key to this whole conversation and you being here. Know what to fix. Stop fixing stuff that you don't even know about. Fix what you know you need to fix. That is such
You mean just because Nancy died of a heart attack when she was 30, that's going to happen to you too? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, because it may not happen to me. My DNA ain't her DNA. You ain't putting that on me. So we ain't going to go there. We're not going there on that.
It might not have been your real aunt.
That's right. And I want to know. See, this is a time of being able to understand not only who you are, but what you're made of. If you can understand what you're made of, then you really have more control over how you're going to fix the issues that you have. And you don't have to rely so much on someone else telling you. Because right now, we're walking blind in life. We're having someone run some tests that aren't even deep enough to really tell us what we need to do. And then that person comes back and tells you what they think you need. You don't even know if it's the truth that that's what you need.
And identical twins have tested, and their reports aren't even the same. Now, isn't that amazing?
It is, because if you understand, I know a little bit about DNA. I ain't perfect, but I'm just saying, everybody's DNA factor is different. No one DNA is the same. So when you understand that from a scientific premise, then you understand why it's so prevalent and so important for you to understand your DNA. You got brothers and sisters, say a family of 5. Every last one of y'all DNA is totally different.
Exactly.
What he needs is not what you need. But we're going to wrap this up because we done ran over our time talking about the great stuff. But again, Miss Brenda, I thank you so much. And you know what? I'm going to have you back after I get my results because we're going to talk about this a little bit more. This is not over yet. So I thank you so much for your time and for everything that you're sharing with us. Tell them real quick where to go to be able to get more information.
Brenda.euforiascience.com. And Euphoria is U, F as in Frank, O, R as in Robert, I-A. Brenda.euforiascience.
There you go. So y'all go ahead and check that out because it was enlightening for me. I know it'll be enlightening for you. Go at least check it out, do your homework, do your research, and then decide for yourself. Do you really want to be in control of you or have somebody else? That's all I'm saying. Love you, love you, love you. Miss Brenda, thank you so much. And we are out today. And this is loveradio.com and a single woman's love. We thank you for being here. And peace, blessings, and God bless you. Love you. Bye, everybody.
Fiction, not much bad. Got to
You're listening to the Love Radio Network worldwide. LoveRadioNetwork.com. Educational, inspirational, trending topics, and the hottest hits. With award-winning talk show host and personalities. And you made us number one. Thank you. Love Radio Network. Building a network of love.